Hello, folks. Welcome back to VoD Review. We've got IE versus TL, the last of the LTA North versus LTS series, as TL did win this one, and the last one I'm doing on the stream tonight. So, thanks in advance for tuning in to VoD Review. I do all the LTA North games on here. We stream it on twitch.tv/CubbyXX. You can follow me everywhere at CubbyXX for updates, and I put these up on YouTube where you're probably watching this right now. Likes, comments, and subs help the channel out a lot. Appreciate all your support. And yeah, here goes. Okay. Game 1. We've got IE, Solid Snake. An LTA legend, or LATAM legend, I should say. First pick Varus with Draven being banned away from Yawn. Quite the target. No Kalista. Jace being taken off the board too. Varus being taken instantly. Rumble Ez. I do like this. Gives you ways to outrange even the poke Varus, and we always like seeing impact Rumble. And Bessa Sedge, so ability to try and pressure the Rumble. I do like the Xin pick here a lot. I think Xin can actually like brawl and disrupt the front line, and I like the R for Xin. And with this core, with the Rumble and the Ez, you have a pretty good ability to take up space, and try and play around like. You can play into and play around what IE has right now. I am a Xin fan. So, I do think that TL's leaning a little bit more early with Ezreal being the late game savior. I think where I disagreed, you think IE needed to take Xin, not Sedge? Yeah, I mean, Xin's really good into both Rumble Ezreal. So, I that's not a terrible pick here. I don't know what the big junglers are in the Xin right now. We're just mostly seeing, for me, I like tank handshakes. I like Vi because I feel like you can out-interact. So maybe you get Varus and Bessa Vi, which I still think is okay for IE. Or, shit, you have a Vi for Umti, which I still think is really good for TL. Like, Rumble Vi is fine. So, yeah, anyway. With Pantheon, I don't like the Azir pick. I know that it gives you a way to get out of the red carpet and play around Xin, and it is a safe blind. But into Ezreal, like, you can get peppered. The one saving grace is I do really like how Varus and Azir interact. Azir can DPS. Like, we're setting up for a poke Varus this game for sure, which is fine. But also, Ziggs into Azir is a really good pick for APA. And Ziggs has a lot of value this game. Like, we're against two champs that have to go forward and two champs that Ziggs can abuse with setup. Yes, exactly. Like, what we have in chat. No way that we're blinding Azir into the Ziggs. I 100% agree with that. I would have much rather have dropped the Braum ban, which really hasn't been played a lot, and also can go really well with Varus. Like, you're kind of kneecapping yourself. Braum Sejuani is a great combo. I don't know why we banned this. Maybe they wanted the Pantheon. I think that's actually reasonable. They wanted to take Pantheon here themselves. But I have no idea why we banned this when you can ban Ziggs if you want to blind Azir. I think that would have been much better. I think Silas and Poppy bans both very warranted here. So, anyway, I give TL edge in this draft for sure. You aren't scared of my Ziggs. Warranted. Again, poke Varus this game. Do I believe in LTA Elise? I think Elise is flavor of the month. I believe in support Pantheon. I don't believe in support Elise as much. I think your power curve is too aggressive. And games, like, objective fights are too important, and games are going too late for it to, like, be a great pick. Okay, again, as we've talked about in every single game that we've seen from LTA South so far, top and mid being here, while LTA North is posturing for 3 lanes, this is such a better setup for the North teams. Pantheon's just a flex. No, I actually think Pantheon support's really fucking good. I actually think Pantheon support's really good. You have multiple builds, all your abilities are solid, and you have a global. I'm actually, like, here for it. I just don't like the fact that we have all the teams signing up to split your XP with both your solo laners early on. I have no idea why they do this. I think they do this because it's a handshake across the board in this region, and it's bad. Like, core coming here and splitting it with support in mid is so much better. Because at least Impact's like able to threaten getting XP top. Which he does. Like, Ackerman starting E is bad, too. I don't know why he went with that and not damage. Just try and push the Rumble off. Rumble got all the XP. So we're playing 3 lanes. Immediately from TL. Advantage TL. Pantheon is a good champ. He, like, I like his kit. I think Pantheon is really strong. Alright, so Bertle does have 2. He comes up here. And Impact being forced off all this is not great. However, this does mean that APA is going to have advantage in the lane. He has XP advantage. 6 advantage is really nice. And Yon's going to have XP advantage too, which on Ezreal is huge. So I like TL's setup for this better. It's not like the same amount of creeps are being denied bot. The creeps that we got, we were more efficient with this TL. And Impact can come here later to snipe level 2 as well. I would much, much, much rather see this formation. I will say that, like, Rumble is one of the champs, too, early on, where splitting XP is warranted. But I still like what happened here much better. We have nothing to force Impact off this wave top. He's going to get it all. Yeah, I do love all of it. Yeah. Nice. Good response here from Umti. Of course, Ackerman did flash it, wasn't able to E-back to the creeps at all. And then Umti's able to get his respawn Raptors. So really good. Umti's up. The fact that he just picks this camp up, he's going to be up. And then once this resets, so we have TP's burn. Guys, look at experience right now. Top laners, pretty much even. They're both catching waves. Yon's up. APA is even to up. Post TPs. Support, even. Again, TL just got more out of the creeps. Being in like that is pretty bold. APA just won Mana War and HP War against Azir. And making things volatile, I don't understand. You know, okay, so Jose has to come down and cover. This is good from Jose. He is spotted. You actually would not have been able to predict the E-Flash. You would not be close enough to be in range, so. Just given where he fired it. Ziggs flashes north, and no matter what you predict, it's out of range. Yes. No. They swap bot on Grubs. Yes. Okay, we're going to replay to prove Yanya wrong. No matter what you predict, if you flash up here, you're out of range. Mr. Spitting Nonsense. Back to where we were at. Flash angle didn't need to be bad. He saw the E, and it was correct. And it's closer to turrets. It's actually more efficient. So, you know, nice. Please let me solo Bertle. Again, like, the swap's good. If Miru doesn't ding 6 here off this creep, then that's a kill. So, a nice R from APA. Okay, man. Keep on living in the universe you live in. I thought it wasn't predictable because he's not Korean, actually. Nice grub secure from TL. XP gap is really bad. Yeah, again, if... Like, this is where Pantheon's so nice, too. Like, with the Ezreal follow-up. Just having the point-and-click stun, you get to EW or WEQ, WQE. Like, literally anything that you want. Umti was spotted here, but he's gonna fish around. This is good. They know that Dragon's being taken, so they can maybe get something here. Yes, Birtle does ding 6. Yes. I think that, like, for me, TL was actually really, like, they were really ahead on the swap meta last year. And I thought that, like, you know, Yon, when he's on Ezreal, when he's on Kaisa, they did a really, really good job of getting him in situations where he's able to solo early and be up in XP. Because if those champions are ahead in levels, they're so Thanos. Yeah. I think part of it was like, I mean, obviously teams caught up, and I do think that Impact's form in regular season versus Worlds, like I thought, like, he was MVP, and Worlds he just wasn't quite as good. Anyway, so we're gonna look at the XP here. Impact up a level, Yawn up a little bit of change, APA up half a level, Core being down. Who gives a fuck? Core being down. Who cares? So yeah, again, really, really good early game here from TL. I do not like the solutions that IE had. Was his form good or was his opponents just bad? I think both. But I think that his form was really, really, really good. Impact, I mean, he's MVP of the league. Like, you can't really take away. I mean, Bwipo wasn't playing his best in regular season. Impact is best top in LTA, yes. I'm waiting for teams to ban his Rumble, man. He's too good in this champion. I do like this from IE. At least they were able to contest the grubs. And then this is a window where, like, I mean, Varus at this point is stronger than Ez. Like, you can poke Ezreal out, and Snagger does a good job of doing that. Nice reaction from Yawn. Really good reaction. Yeah, Meech was a good player. I don't know what happened to him. I think his confidence got nuked. I'm going to be honest. He might be someone where I feel like he just needs to play with familiars. But I think in OQs, he might win. Or do well. Dude, Panth passive going hard there. I also thought that the meta was just really bad for Meech. Like, for me, Meech was always best on, like, the Jinx, Aphelios, Caitlyn. The Immobile ADs, I thought he played really well. That was deserved from an ICL. I had Masu over him, and I thought Meech would actually be a good LTA player. I had him higher up than Sniper. Yeah, I was wrong. It's fine. Yeah, I also know that, but yeah, it's another issue. All right. I mean, yeah, Impact goes down here, but he still deletes the wave with his R, and I was surprised that Jose opted the flash. Impact has no flash. I think that I don't know why he did that. That's a waste. And for me, this is still... Ooh, AP got stuck here. Yeah, how did we get here? Scary Jerry was worse than Meech before getting promoted in Tier 1. But for me, Scary Jerry is like the archetype of AD. I think AD is a pretty well-scattered role. Scary Jerry went up against the archetype and really had to work his way out of it. So for me, like, given the skills that I look for in ADs that promotes to the next level, Scary Jerry did, like, he improved on those a lot, but didn't naturally have them. So kind of like Yawn, I feel like he has work to do. Yawn was able to work his way out, and Jerry gets really good reviews from coaches and teammates. He's gonna have to work his way out too. He did so in NACL. I'm rooting for him to do so again. You know. Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah. Is this dive over aggressive from TL? I'm trying to. Like, that is a good flash from APA. He needs to flash there. I'm just wondering if APA needs to fully rotate over. I mean, he did TP. I'm wondering if he could have, like, walked up. When I say up, I mean, like, up and around here. And then Ard. Or at least been able to, like, threaten R for this wave, too. I think they're diving it because other side of the map they see, too. But, yeah, it was very aggressive. They did get feats off it. So, if we want to have that conversation, I don't know if that's worth or not. Oh, let's go. Type. Nice sidestep with the Yomus there from Snagger. They like to have a lot of people mid for sure. And for me, the big thing is just the setup. Like, if we get back in... I know, like, they shifted power bot. I think that TL, like... I mean, APA rotating down, they get to 4-1, right? Meanwhile, like... So they won both sides. This is where I think TL just abuses Rumble so well. You actually have a window where you can 5-man mid here as TL. And they're okay splitting. I actually don't think this is terrible for them, just given the fact they have Varus. But as long as TL like stays disciplined with the reset, it's fine. They do give an outer, top outer for mid outer here, in theory. They don't get mid outer right now, but they will get it with Ziggs. They even like impact walking up and dropping a little bit top to threaten. Really good. Would have done better into a lower seed. Maybe. I mean, it looks like Loud was... No, I mean, Leviathan was a lower seed. And they were the worst team. Oh, maybe. I think that Pain actually would have been a good matchup for TL, just given that they didn't look like they respected tempo at all. Which I think TL is very good at respecting, or has been historically. Not as much this season, but still a strength for sure. Alright, so they end up getting mid. It took a little bit longer, but they got it. Yeah, they should win playing the same way, I agree. I actually had the Pain 100 Thieves match being closer just because I do respect Pain, but yeah, Pain were a little bit egregious on the tempo. I think Teton's a good player. Okay. Can we R flash on Xin? I think if we are flash and hits, it's actually good. But I mean, Mirror still has flash. So for me, this is just Omti forcing way too hard. That's just a tool down. We didn't need that. All right, they were the 1 seed, right? Portal mechanically played this well. Like, got out of Zigzar, had good buffer. We don't talk about a 0R. And the other thing like that's going on here is... Yeah, 0 did troll pretty hard. Impact, good sidesteps. I just... yeah, Yawn dipped down. I think Yawn should just stick mid and they should just drop this. Unironically, if they drop this, like, Umpty takes wraps, Yawn gets mid, and then they exit, and it's fine. Because I think this is going down either way. APA on spawn should be able to contest the inner if they push for that. We have not seen Ambessa jungle yet. Only seen it mid. At least not that I know of. They Yawn just take blue. Oh, okay. Umpty helped. I don't mind APA burning R to protect mid. I think that's like, just because TL has numbers the next wave, I actually think that's a good play. There's no way that you can take mid against Ziggs. Like Ziggs with enough help. That was like the one wave with the cannon where they might have been able to threaten. So it did really stall out IE. So I do like that ult from APA. Just want Briar. I think Briar is a great champion, but I don't think the thing's ever going to see comp. I like the champ where, you know exactly what it does. You can control where it goes in comp, but like you are really like you are blatantly strong because of that. I think it's a cool idea. The only way that thing gets played though is if it's top and it gets to stat check people. Yeah, Ziggs is really, really, really good. Where did I mess up? Here? I mean, Miro's coming out of base. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they should have collapsed in the top much faster. I don't know why Bertle's not hitting the top wave right now. And yeah, again, like in the Ziggs, you cannot do this. Like that chant, it doesn't matter how many people you send, that guy's still waiting the wave. So yes, I agree. They were slow in that passage of play. They're just using Ziggs as catch side, which I really like. It's one way to funnel the Ziggs. Ooh, also APA going for the Torch Leandri's build to get caught here. I mean, Elise, Assassin Elise snuck up here. Well played. He tried the satchel out. He had no flash. That's a good play from Ackerman. I mean, game 3, I think that Bertle was the one that ended up looking weak, but also I think that the way they played sides was a team issue, and not just a Bertle issue. I think that, I mean, I can't blame him for that one, actually. I think that was nice on Elise. Like, at least got around vision and had it set up. I don't know if APA can, like, push for that, but he's trying to get a little bit of vision for T. I mean, clearly you can't, right? But Elise is giving up a lot of the map to try and make that play, and you don't know where Elise is at. You're trying the ward. I mean, Jesus Christ. Good call from TL. I refuse to believe that, like, sending 3 top for a Rumble with Flash coming up in, like, 10 seconds is the right call. I think Acel's pickable. I think Fearless game 4 or 5, Acel can actually break the game. But I don't know if anyone's willing to play Acel. That champ's really weak in lane right now. I was actually in a lot of NACL teams, DMs, just, like, asking them to, like, prep an Acel comp. This is actually a good try from APA, and I'm going to say a well played by Miru. Because he saved the EQ. Like, APA is going for the cancel. If he E's there and he cancels, then that Azir is flashing out. I'll say well played Azir on that. That was a good try in the trap. Hit a smite. Maybe he didn't need the smite key in America. Wait, we have Hexploit Zin? I've not seen that. I don't know if I love that or not. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Why are we ignoring Sterex? Is Sterex just not as good anymore? Actually, really well played again by Brutal. The fact that his R gets APA here is kind of crazy. I don't know what Mira's doing. This Zin is, like, just hard trolling my game. Or, not the Zin. The fucking Azir is hard trolling my game. Yeah, the more I watch this VoD, the more I realize, like, if Miro plays better, I mean, maybe it's a much more winning angle for IE for sure. Miro really did not play well this game. And then, as Varus, I just don't think we can be here. Our entire team's in base. We just drop this wave and it's chill. Like, we're picking up both sides right now. Really nice ult again from Brutal. They do have vision here, but like the fact that they're finding this is I think that I don't know if TL can cross this line. Playing up to your expectations? Yeah, I think Core's been pretty good this year. Like, I know that they dropped game 2, but he was actually 1v9 on the Recon in that game. And I really like this Pantheon pick. I'm very much with Core. I think this pick's really, 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 really good. This is a good call to mount the Baron from here. So, it looked a little bit goofy, but I do like how TL played this one overall. I'd say the one thing, I don't know if they can cross that line or not. I think Core's Hex Flash over is warranted. But if they don't cross this line, like, they might be able to rotate and actually get Jose. His time's on their side. Which, I mean, Core JJ ended up chasing him out, but I don't know if the carries need to play that far up. Just don't know. I don't think they knew that Jose was here. I mean, they still at least... Like, it's still a trade up. Goddamn, man. The Ziggs. Good hold here from TL. This for sure was... I mean, this game was pretty one-sided. Think of what few mistakes we saw. Was that a Scorch? Huh. Korean Ziggs. I mean, keep in mind, part of why that they're all from LCK-CL is that the teams decided they didn't need to run their own talent, so they just started buying them from there. You know? They didn't need to invest on their own. Wasn't that way before. For the most part, yes. But also the fact that, like, teams are much more incentivized to not... I mean, they just aren't investing on their own, right? Yes, it's also second pick of LCKCL. That's true. Like, you're getting Thanatos because you don't get Siwu. That does matter. It is also cheaper, yes. It is. But still, you're not getting the top tier talent. That's the argument. That's a very reasonable... I think, like, that's the one that you should be making, like, the teams. The Masus of LCKCL are not coming to NA, right? Lucid's not coming to NA. Zinni's not coming to NA. Siwu's not coming to NA. Nice smite from Jose. I think he dropped smite. Oh, I don't know. Oh, no, he didn't have smite. It was the Varus Q that got the Banshees. Okay. Good escape from Ackerman. There's so much grouping going on here. I think it's an okay look from Jose, but they don't get the Ziggs flash and then it's Ocean, so it's just a reset, right? Loki heads back, really? Also, for what it's worth, I think Saint actually played better than... I thought Saint was quite good. I think Saint actually played better than Loki so far this season, even though we've seen less from him. That's no hit or shame at Loki. I think Saint actually played really well. Hexploit Visage. And Xin does get healing. Oh, you know what? Hexblade reduces the cooldown on your R. That might be... I mean, it's not... Like, actually, Xin gets something from the attack speed, too. I think given that you're going up against, like, a Poke Varus and a Elise, it's not... I can at least somewhat reason out why Umti want Hexblade later on. I can. I don't think it's as bad as I initially said it was. I can at least... I can see the vision. I can. He's not... No, they're not better than JoJo. Neither of them are. Without Enchanter is so troll. No, I think Zin's pretty good this game. Like, if you're going up against Poke, your R is really, really strong. Ugh. I think TL did a nice job of like using the Ziggs, the Ezreal to make sure that they got the rest of this game safely. I thought TL played the post-game macro pretty well. Like, at some point, IE has to find an angle, I think, and they just never really did. I would like to see a team deny Impact Rumble, but, you know, probably not going to happen. All right, time for game 2. All right, here comes the draft. It's just a recon knock. Okay. Viash Braum is a core. I will say, I think like of all the things this game, Umti historically is a good Poppy player, and Poppy is a flex pick here. I know that the Talia, this is something I have a lot of faith when it comes to APA. I do trust this Talia a lot, but there's a little bit, there's not as much setup as I would like here for the Talia. Like, we're missing the Panth, we're missing the Vi. Jax can set up, but I really like how TL's been playing with Talia. I feel like they've given it a lot of setup. It's probably the least amount of setup I've seen. Rakan is some setup. But the Umti ends up having a pretty tough game. And later on, some of it is for sure on him. But I do not think this is the easiest game to play Poppy when you're into Ashe, Braum, Aurora, GP. I think that this comp actually does really abuse Poppy. I don't think that this is great for Poppy. And Kaisa, you have the ability to reposition, but a lot of circles here that we can use. No, not to buy. A lot of circles that we can use. We have main engaged, so we can put Braum with it. That's nice. And GP and the Jax is a matchup that we haven't seen in a while, but I mean, I don't think it's a terrible game for GP. Again, later on, it's going to be really tough to walk in. I think I really like the Rakan pick. Rakan does have the ability to piggyback. And whenever you get piggybacks as Rakan and like Ashe Braum, I think that's a really nice pick for Core JJ, but this isn't an unplayable draft by IE whatsoever. Not sure when Spawn's coming back now. Or he is. I mean, he's been with them the whole time. I just don't know if, like, he hasn't been in person the whole time, right? So. Did I hide the swap? I guess TL hid the swap. I think swap is good this game for TL. C9 fan doesn't like the fact that Spawn's gonna be in person with these guys. All right, who gets the melee XP? Not Bertle. I will say for UMT, that is a little bit unlucky. I actually do like this play from UMT. As Vi did manage to take one camp away from this side of the map, then we'll cross. So it is advantage Jose. And then UMT gets pulled to make sure the dive happens. The Q missed. The E and the Q missed here for UMT. That's quite bad. Good auto by Bertle, because the trial by fire and the minions ends up getting first blood, but I think that this is playable for TL for sure. I just think that UMT needs to, like, if Core takes the aggro, I think if Core take, like, okay, so Tower has aggro, right? I think if Core autos here and UMT flashes, then it is a clean kill. They're just trying to save it. And even if you short flash knee, just the missing of the Q is egregious. The Q missing is egregious. If the Q slow lands, then this one gets easy. Anyway, it's still positive, but just not as good as it should be. I agree with you, Trespasser. I mean, again, I think UMT's had a lot of indefensible plays, but I've been in the position where I've had to do some UMT defending because I do think it's being scapegoated. Okay, UMT is able to get... This is kind of a weird game for jungle. UMT is able to get his respawn raptors, which I do like. And should get access... he doesn't really want access to bot crab. Because that play went sideways, Jose was able to get pretty far up. There were greater problems on C9 than Fudge, for sure. I mean, all we can do is, like, look at the tape, though. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So, I will push back on that. There's nothing else we can go off of. And I don't blame people for being frustrated about what they see, because it's not good. But it's not the only thing that's going wrong. I think Fudge was really, really good at the start, and then the role that he played in that team, it wasn't what the team needed. And Fudge wasn't playing well. But also, there are a lot of times where, like, Fudge is TPing and getting called to plays where I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, also, if you're not playing well and you're not practicing outside of the game and, like, people can poke at that, like, that is not a good look as a pro. Good sidestep by Bertle to get out of that redive. Still, plate goes over to Yawn. I still think that him going mid was a bad call. I would not have ran Summit. I would have ran Copy and Fudge. And I know Summit was MVP. That split was a beast, but I thought really highly of Fudge as a top laner. I thought really highly of Copy as a mid laner, and I don't know why they didn't make the call to play Copy. So. I always wanted to have Summit, right? And I mean, Summit is a good player. I can't really blame him. But yeah. Wait, Copy's playing? No shot. Is he gonna OQ? Dude, I swear to God, I can advocate for NA mids if Copy's playing. Not in pro? Oh. Is he playing collegiately? That's fine. If he's getting a scholarship off that, that's cool. Oh, solo queue? Of course he is. He's a good-ass player. This is really nice from APA. Good understanding of his champion. I do like the GP ult being able to pick up a lot of that. Bertle's been doing a nice job here. It still is TL getting more out of all the lanes, but that was a weird one from Core. I used to seeing him short it that bad. Still a good dive. Dude, for real, man. That guy was really fucking good at the game. I'm really bummed that he never went pro. I really am. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, I can't blame him. I mean, look, like when I coached collegiate, I used to just have a rule of no boosting in season. Yeah, I think Core retires on TL. Like, this play is so forced. I don't get this play, you know? Like, we're dropping wave for this. Umti doesn't, like, he has stuff that he can. Hang on, let me see this out of replay. Umti has stuff he can do on the map. Like, he can take his top side here. This is like where I'm talking about, like, with TL. I don't know why we're playing for these grubs. I don't think the 4v4 is winning for us at the moment. And Umti has stuff he can do on the map, and then he can be strong later. We can actually, like, get more XP for the grubs. Also, him going bombies is really surprising to me. We're just used to... Yeah. But, like, again, I don't know if that's a TL problem or an Umti problem. And Umti has to be responsible for his own play, but... Like, this is a... Like, I don't get this play. And nice play from Mira to, like, at least get the kill and try. I mean, he actually played that decently well. Yeah, Yanyo doesn't care enough, but he sits in here every VoD review for the entirety of it and types. Yeah, the option too. And this is worth it for APA. I guess the shutdown going over to Bertle isn't great in the back half. I don't either. I mean, I think this play from APA is like actually warranted. If this Q is, I guess, the Aurora hops it, right? APA actually does play this well. And it's before Grubs. Like, again, this is one where if Umti's with APA on this, then like this is one where he shouldn't be on the camp and should be with APA. So like for me, this is desync. Because if he's with them, then it's good. Because I actually think this is a good play for TL. I mean, the R key is crazy. You get perma push early, and then you just get a crazy R. You do fall off, but it doesn't matter. You get outranged later. Like, I just think you get outranged and out interacted by a lot of things in the game, but your push early and your R is just so stupid. Yeah, if he chunks him, Grubs is free. I guess he's no TP. Yeah, you're right. I still think Umpty, like, I guess Umpty can hover next wave, so yeah. I agree with that. I don't know if AP has to all in this. I also think that if Umpty's with them, then it is free kill. And the fact that Birtle's up here too, like, we're winning the map right now as TL. Yeah, I think that, like, there are two better options there for TL, and they just took a worse one. They're definitely split. I don't know what Birtle's doing here. So, like, IE is also not playing well in this sequence. Like, I have no idea why GP's mid. For me, after the Aurora dies, GP should fuck off and go bot, and this is gone. Like, it is 6 grubs, but if it is 6 grubs, then we should never walk this wave in as Miru. We should connect with our team. So, like, there are a bunch of things going wrong here from each side. APA could have angled this Q better, I will say, because the hop was already used. It's just the move speed boost. He gets his own. I think that click was eh. Stronger team playing for early game when it works bad teams? No. TL strength is playing the map. Why would you opt to, like, not use that strength from minute 1? I don't know where IA places. I still think Dig are better than all the teams we saw here. Whoever said that in the interview is based. I have a lot of faith in Dig still. Anyway. TL did win out big on the map here.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Twitching Mars. 1-3, thanks for the follow. This is very worth it for TL. They dropped Drake. They got both outers and 6 grubs. Super worth. There's a lot burned here to try and help. Impact. I think a core was able to get a W off in this fight. It's a maybe. He couldn't, though, because of the rocks. Because then he can't E across. I think Impact's Q is also really noob, so there's that too. Dropping mid and sitting here. Yeah, I don't know either. It's fine to drop mid here. Like, they're taking first tower, so Jax goes to pick up. I just think that you send Jax bot until he mid. Like, Talia will have R up to contest a bot play. And even if you're sacking that, like, you're still winning out on the map, you know? Like, they're late in the play, and then you just get to respond next. Like, if Jax fixes that wave, they could all collapse in the mid and take outer next. Good play. Yeah, Smolder can't interact in ASOL games. I am with you. And you can't beat it early. Oh, I said that Core couldn't cross because the rocks when the rocks were fucking on TL earlier. Huh. You're getting tired. I don't know why IE went so hard for this. Like, their tempo should be nuked after this play. Like, that's just mid-outer off this play. APA was a 2-trick. Who else? Busio was a 1-trick. Some Korean pros. I think Lucid used to be a Lee 1-trick. One-trick. I think 1-tricks are actually like starting off as a 1-trick. I think is the right way to learn the game if you want to play at a high level. Unironically, because every interaction and everything that you learn on that champion, you then have to apply to anything and everything that you play if you want to play elite, like at the highest level. Yeah, the Shy, yeah. Iron 30 started off as a 1-trick. Shaden was a 2-trick. Like, the vast majority of pros started off like that. I don't know my lore on other leagues as well, because I don't know pros like before. I mean, Pioshik, Kindred 1-trick. Quad cast, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like you have to play more than one champ if you're going to play a Nig. I think that TL... Like, Pioshik was a true 1-trick. He streamed Kindred. I mean, Ash kind of keeps Talia and jacks out. I think APA's wall ended up being a little bit awkward. If he's able to... I mean, he's angling it for the Aurora, right? But... You are fighting in a choke against GP. Like, again, I think the front to backs here for TL are a wee bit tricky. Maybe we wait to hit this until... I think conditions are better if Core has ult. So maybe Umpty just starts this a little bit too early. I think that's where I'm at. Waves are good, though. Yeah, Pioshik wasn't great in TL. Actually, why did we opt to play the next mid wave as TL? I think if they hit this rift and pull a top, it's better, no? If they would have a lot more space, then maybe be able to create an angle off the approach here. Because I think they do need an angle. Well, that's kind of how the rules work if you come to NA. Your team has to be majority NA. Anyway, that team was majority Korean with impacted core. Okay, I think TL actually should have pulled this up north. I think they would have got like had more space and more ability to create angles here instead of trying to contest the next mid wave. Yeah, they have, but you know, based on your definitions, you know, which you use, you know, to defend whatever argument you want to make, Yanya. No, they aren't. The fact that the Ash lived this is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's almost like, you know, when you aren't scrimming against the best teams in the world every day, it's harder to keep up. True. What's in the nerf barrier? I'm just trying to see if like this is a good play for TL or not, because Umpty's conditions aren't great. Like, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real. Like, in theory, I feel like this should work. I think the unlucky part is, I think Braum Q hits core. Legitimately, if this doesn't happen, then core gets W off, and I think they win the play hard. I think that that's actually like oh, I mean, they're playing at a tightrope, but I think it's a little unlucky. Mirror's definitely the weakest link of IE. I think fans do not feel that way. Yes, winning is what matters, but you know, did it not matter that TL went 2-1 against IE in the form they played in if they won? Could use the 6 grubs here from TL. I actually think they played the post play well. Again, I actually think that this, like, for me, the fact that Rakan ate Bromq, like, we are playing on a tightrope, but I actually think that's like a winning play. Because Core didn't heal. Oh shit, I didn't even bring that up. If Core heals, this play is winning. Yeah, I think if Core burns heal there, and they, like, again, I actually think that play is winning. I just think that they didn't mechanically play it correctly. So I can't hate on that call from TL. I do think that IE were overstaying there. Yeah, FlyQuest would have a lot less fans. They didn't take Genji and HOE the distance. I agree with that. The IE logo is dope. Even if it is like 2 logos combined into the one now. They just put the bird behind the shark and said, fuck yeah. A Core burn seal there. Again, I think the TL wins that play in this game. Gets easier for them. I'm so surprised we just have Sunfire on the Poppy. He didn't do that well in LPL. He was bad. And then he went TCL, and now he's here. He actually did the World Tour. Dude, I thought Core played... I know that we just talked about Core misplayed the last play. This is so good from Core, though. Just really good timing and setup with the Talia and the Kaisa. Really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, good recovery here from TL. I do think that I agreed on that map a bit. I mean, I think IE is also playing... IE is not playing disciplined macro, which is leading to more fights, but yes, TL did end up being more, like, looking undisciplined as well. Like, this is the kind of fight where, like, the opening of this fight's just... Like, Poppy being in this scenario is so bad for Poppy in this comp. Like, front to back against GP, Braum, Ashe, as Poppy feels like shit. Wait, where's the flick? Oh, the flick was bad. This flick's late. I mean, Jose flashed out of it and Bertle, I guess, orange, but... Yeah, like, the GP value here, again, like, look at Yawn. GP Aurora, boom. That's good. I think for me, it's just like TL... Maybe it's just they didn't knock down mid-outer early enough and felt pressured to, because I do think you need to create angles in this game, or this comp. I don't think they answer well to that. But like, I literally just deployed 5 mid, which is bad. I mean, it ended up being okay, but it's bad. I don't think TL expected that. Poppy is picked for Vi. That doesn't mean that the rest of the game that was drafted into Poppy is, like, easy for Poppy. It's really hard to play Poppy in the GP Ashe Braum. I mean, I guess core R here isn't great. If core saves R, then the Baron take's a lot easier. But also they're picking junglers, so I can't really blame him for trying to burn that. I don't like Umti's R. I think Umti needs to save R and be in the pit from the start. So I don't know if I went in because she's dead. I think that's bad. If Umti's in the pit, they have vision around the corner, and then they're able to get a knockout later on in the fight. He could have knocked out someone more important. Because, yeah, GP is, like, able to get in the fight and somewhat function. Good flash from Ashe. And again, like, Yawn's kind of stuck. TL should just get the fuck out, man. Get out if you're TL. This is where I agree about being undisciplined. Like, why are we hanging around for this? We have numbers. We have no tools. Dude, we have no tools. And if you have no tools, again, in the Ashe Braum, like, that's a really tough comp to deal with when you don't have ours. Ashe are canceling it. I would trade that with no smite, frankly. I think that's, for me, like, why is TL not getting out of here? Like, why even think about hanging around at this point? If they walk the fuck out, this game is won. They have no Rs. The only Rs on Kaisa. Send Umti. Yeah, they can do that too. Fuck it. They can walk out for free. You have Talia. Imagine walking in the Talia if you're just walking the fuck out. Like, look at Yawn fucking stutter step here. Why is Impact not queuing over the wall? Like, why are we thinking about this? Oh, everyone gets out besides Umti. That's so worth if that's the case. Yeah, I think that's a point where I'd agree about being undisciplined. And I will say that as this game goes on, like, TL gets outscaled outside of Kaisa, but I think that you have good tools to deal with Kaisa if you're IE. Like, GP in this game goes so hard. This is just hindsight bias, LOL. Isn't that the entire fucking point of doing reviews? We're saying that if you clicked better, you can get the fuck out. They have a 5v4 with no ults. It's not a good condition for them, especially going to Ashe Braum, where they want to have conditions where they fight with no Rs. If they have a front to back where they're able to pepper with the slows, it's so good for IE's comp. Yes. We did guarantee they got out. You can't walk through Talia E. You walk out with Talia E's, good luck. They have no tools to engage. I don't hate the impact angle here. Obviously, he gets found. I think the mistake from impact is actually dropping that ward. If he gets over, I guess if he gets over the wall, though, like Vi and Aurora can follow. But they're dropping impact to deny soul, which I don't think is terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not brutal. Well, I mean, clearly, because they didn't make the right decision. But we're saying they could have gotten out. Which is true. And it literally would have only taken clicks. If they right-clicked top inner turret and didn't touch their keyboard besides that, they would have gotten out. Yeah, that's the point of review. It's not a player skill issue, it's a decision issue. Which I guess you can categorize as player skill, but they made the wrong decision. It's not like they got outplayed. They made the wrong choice. Depends on how you categorize that. Because yes, that's a part of being how good you are as a player, but the team made the wrong decision. Honestly, this conversation is... my mind is fucking blown about what's going on right now, so I'm just going to put it away. Drop outers with grubs, they get lost. Yeah, no one's like actually splitting for inners. Again, I think that the 1-4 split is you just force inners. I think that there's a lot of brute forcing you can do. I think not taking a fight is discipline. And you ask any of these teams and they'd agree. And it does involve being a better team or players. That is a skill. But there are a lot of things that go into the skill of this game. Okay, this is where things get bad. Again, I don't know why Umti is positioned here and not on the Baron. If we're on the Baron, this game's over, by the way. And yes, I know that they have vision, but there's enough damage if Umti's here as a Poppy tanking this, that's game. Like, the Barons, they get the Baron. And he missed his R. And the W's not good. I mean, if he knocks out Jose, like, obviously that's good. Jose does hero mode it. I am also confused. I'm confused as to why he's doing it there and not at the Baron. And then, yeah, I do not know. I can't explain this one. I think the formation for TL is, again, I think if Umti is here, even if Umti is just here on the Baron DPSing his Poppy, this thing is dead before Jose can even get in. And then if he gets close, that's when you have the WR, or you can just hold it at 4K, which is not a great scenario for you as TL. He's not playing to make a pick. He's playing to R the Vi out, but he missed it. So, like, I mean, if he does that, then where he's at is actually acceptable. But he missed R, which is bad. Like, that is a player skill issue. I also do not get the decision to chase this. Like, yes, you're up a man. Bertle has a nice flash out, I think, after that. Like, you just have to be done. And you have to go play for Drake. If anything, you have to chase them to the Drake. Bait Baron in turn. I mean, I think they have Kaisa, like, so you can burn. Also, Miro makes up for some sins here with this fight. This was actually really sick. That combo was really, really sick. Yeah, I think they could have burned and gotten out. You're right, though. Like, they could have called for the bait, or for... I think it's just Umpty knocks out. It's a nice turn from TL with APA. So a couple decent plays being made here. Like, Impact and APA doing this, it might have saved the Dragon. I think that's what they have to go play for. I don't know why they didn't play for the Dragon here. Like, for me, if you're TL, I think that you can walk the Dragon and take before Jose spawns. Again, you have Kaisa up. They do end up getting it in the replay, so it ends up being fun. I thought they could have sprinted. They had a man advantage, and... yeah. Like, what is this? Like, what are we... like... For me, I mean, I almost feel for Umpty here. Because, like, what are we trying to do? For me, like, I mean, this is... I have no idea, like, what we're thinking here. And I definitely think, like... I really feel like Umpty's, like, kind of getting to himself, you know? Like, if we're doing stuff. Yeah, we're just pressing buttons. Like... oh... I don't know, man. Like we're not locked in if we're doing shit like this. Like, what does this get us? Yeah. I definitely I know there's a lot of pressure on him. I definitely feel for him here, and like he's not helping his case by doing shit like that, you know. Throwing hammers at a Braum. I like again, a big issue here is GP items versus Jax items, and here's GP, and then look at the damage that Aurora is putting down too. And this is a decently low range comp here from TL, so Aurora gets to interact with a lot of it. Dude, please nerf Aurora, man. It's so clear the numbers on this champion exist just to get the new champ played. Yeah, they did for sure. Like once if you give GP free shit, but again, they never really like they did a good job of attacking the GP early, and they didn't like continue to follow up on that. They were definitely pulled mid a lot. I would agree with that. Sometimes though, IE was just like sending 5 min and TL was like, okay, we're in, you know? Like there's that too. I'm fine with that wall from AP. I think I mean, Vi was there, right? So it gets him out. That's not an impact thing. Like, that's a TL thing, you know? Like, we don't have the comms. We don't know who's calling that. That's why I think, like, again, Is Umti the one that, like, performance, like, what we see on the map issue that doesn't look good? Yes. But there are greater issues with TL, right? Yeah, GP was in, like, the game should not have been playable for GP at a certain point. I do think, like, I mean, towards this point of the game, they are outscaled. And it's a part of every early game, and people think it's the most efficient tactic available, then it is part of the meta. So. Yeah. We get Ash GP'd. I mean, front's back again, like, not able to create an angle. Obviously, Yawn overstays, and Umti getting picked here is, like, quite egregious, right? Like, I don't know what Umti's doing. I do think that the team needs to be back, but, like, he has no one on the team, so he's just forcing a play that's not there. Identification team play pattern? Yeah, okay, yeah. I agree with you, Fushnator, yeah. I actually, I like APA's attempt here. I know that the Ash sidesteps it. Honestly, if Court didn't overshoot his W, I mean, I know that, like, he gets a couple bonuses, but if he doesn't overshoot his W and they do take down Ash, it's decent. Ash does have GA. So maybe I don't like APA's call because he's trying to get the GA. But they do have to do something here. And Bertle literally just fucking pops the Kais in the face. Dude, Jose stole APA's move, man. He sprinted off stage post-win. Let's go. He stole his whole flow. All right. Good for the LTA South fans. They got a dub. All right. Game 3. All right. Time for the worst draft I've seen in a long time. Game 3. We're going to give Skarner the TL. I actually didn't even realize they dropped a ban. That's funny. Skarn. And then it's Ivern, Yone. Okay? I do really like the Cassio pick here. I don't think, like, you can play it into Yone, and there's not enough damage to get through what's showing now. Like, you're going to force a really high DPS 80 carry for me. And a couple of those are off the board. And then Rel. I really like Ivern Rel as a combo. I think that Rel here would have been massive for IE. So taking that and getting some shield break and hard engagement Ivern. Nice. Oh, there was a bug? Okay. We don't know what's banned here then. That's fine. I can't turn on audio or I'll see it. I can't put this on YouTube. Then it's Camille. The reason that I don't love the Camille here, like, can Camille actually break this? You know? The answer for me is a hard no. Yeah, we're all AD against Skarner too. Like you're signing up for that. So like, what can we pick here? I mean, Ziggs is off the board. I think the bot Hui was actually the pick, unironically. The pick here is unironically bot Hui. But I don't know what they play or who plays this. But I think it's the only way that you can even think about saving this draft. Then you're like, your 1-3-1's actually pretty good and you have magic damage. And you can outrange the Cassio Saya, which is needed. That's the other thing. Cassio's showing early, and we respond with like full dive. And I think Jin's like actually a decent pick, but we're still all AD into fucking Shen, Skarner, Cassio. I mean, I literally think that there's like a 5% chance to win this game just off draft. I really, 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 really do not know how IE wins this game. Anyway. How is this game hard for TL? Oh, we'll find out. I will say that there was a really nice early mid gank that got a kill on the Cassio, and it got Greaves before Lost Chapter, which did really impact the mid matchup. 1-6 Yone, and we blind that. All AD, thanks. I'm AP, Jose. The all AD thanks from Impact is probably the most based all chat I've seen. No, we end up with dual lane. I think that this is actually not bad for IE. For me, like, I think Shen in the swap probably does better than Camille. It's just a guess. Camille with hookshot, you can cheese XP early. Probably a lot easier than Shen. But I do like the dual lane. Jin Knot should be able to beat Xayah Rel. Like, I give that lane a little bit of edge. I think they have a little bit of edge. Alright, APA is going to be pretty disciplined about his bases and his mana here. When you're at the Cassio, you are very mana hungry. APA not going to lose too much there. Okay, I will... Jose uses his early Ivern clearance timer to go top. I wasn't exactly sure about that one. Also, APA going tier was a little bit surprising for me this game. I do think that he thinks that if he gets tanky enough, they just can't lose, but I really like the Torch the Andres build. I can't understand, though, like, why Seraphs would be nice for him this game. Again, I think Cassio is already really hard to kill. This gank was really good, though. Or, wait, I don't think it's here. Yeah, this gank was really good from Ackerman. So, the brush hides the Nautilus, and APA doesn't react flash and gets killed. Like, the fact that Yone gets first blood and gets greeds before chapter, really, really, really big. Does have a really high impact on this matchup. But kind of creative from like Jose to drop the brush there and then for not to sneak in. And then no react flash from APA. That's actually, I mean, pretty good from IE. We'll give them some kudos for that. Core does need to revisit for sure. I don't know why APA burned the ground there. I think if he saves it later on, it's better. But he does need a little bit of help in this lane now. Just to reset things. So I gets chunked while we're gone. Not still get chunked evenly. Nice from APA there. See the ground like prevent the Q from coming through and then position himself to follow up on the E. Yeah. The fact that he flashed and dive was bad too. It would have been better if he didn't flash. So, not good. Um, appreciate how impact. So like on Shen, sometimes like in a lot of top lane matchups, there's tech about when and where you want to use your TP. Impact hasn't based yet, so he's losing out on these trades, right? Camille has some levels, but once he does base, he has R to impact the topside matchup or topside fight. And any HP that he takes, Bertle does have TP, but he would be stuck with for the fight. So, and then Ackerman just dies. Vern was below Skarner, and I'm not. It looks like Ackerman tried to hook in because we don't see his app. Oh, I guess they have Shrek pop there. Did he not have hook? Whatever it is, it's bad. A little bit unlucky. That Core wasn't able to, or Core got the kill. It's a little bit unlucky. Yeah. Anyway, that's not great because TL gets first 3 grubs. That hurts. Grubs would be really... I think Grubs is like a pretty big win con for IE just with the Camille and the Yone. We have Shenart. Swap burned on Umti here. It's a nice flash from Umti. I mean, Miro puts himself in a really rough spot. Let me go for the flip, which is won by Umti. And yeah, I mean, again, this game's like already not looking great for IE. I guess Core just roamed on Miro bot and they got a kill. We didn't really see that one, but yeah. Oh. I do appreciate how they kept the Cass mid. Cass isn't as mobile in the side lane. And for me, Cass is like should be good early pick, good lane boy pick. Yeah, Miro not a good series. And then here we start attacking Bertle on the sides. I do like how Umti tried to play with vision here. I think that like if he does this, he's trying to like round the corner so he doesn't burn too many units of ult. He's trying to go around the corner. I think if he channels this earlier, then he hits it. Bertle's able to flash out. Use the E? I don't know. Maybe he didn't have it. I don't know what the cooldown is. 36? He doesn't have it. Okay, so he E'd to get there. I still get a flash. It's not terrible. And then we just start attacking the Camille. I mean, the nice part about TL in this game is that you are playing Shen against a 1-3-1 comp. So you can use Shen to A, match it, A, have numbers advantage in fights if TPs are down, and also B, like attack it. Which I think TL did a really, really, really good job of this game. And you're playing Shen in the all AD, so it's Pog. Shen's actually so good this game. And we 5-1 grubs. So, yeah, I appreciate how they kept on trying to attack the Camille. We're not giant Xayah fans. I do think that Xayah was a good pick this game. And I like how they used it to attack Camille. You were really strong early. Yeah. Really nice. Bertle has no help. He has to wait. But like you're playing a carry, right? So I don't know. It's not great. Maybe it was the game for the Jose Dioto Lilia. I think that's where I'm at. Lilia on 3. Nice trap. Again, APA a little bit disconnected here. We'll give credit to IE on this TP. It's a good TP. It's a good angle. But they're playing through bot, so like, I mean, APA retreats in the bot. I think that's how they play this, and then maybe Shen catches mid, and then you go from there. It's not exactly ideal. They also do see Bertle, I think, on vision TPing. I'm not sure if that ward, you see that ward on the minimap? I'm not sure if this spots Bertle or not. I could maybe argue for a preemptive Shen ult to get Shen in. I think if Shen ults APA once the damage comes down, then Shen doesn't get in. Got free skins, play PBE. Ha! True. Yon's no ult, but he tanks it. See, Impact's holding his R because he wants the angle. I think it's a nice R from Jhin, actually. Like, they bought a lot of space. You got the dragon. We'll give IE some kudos for that. I appreciate how Yon tanked the Yone. Like, none of IE can follow up on this. Like, Yon tanking everything is quite good. Obviously, he doesn't have R yet, but he did a flash. Saved the flash. That's big. I don't know white core's here. Like, they see 4. I guess Shen has R, but Xayah's in base. So for me, Xayah being in base, like, nukes. And they get a turret for it, and they're going to have better tempo mid. So maybe he just... Also, this Xayah is so accelerated. I can't do anything. I mean, they get Rift Herald off them chasing that, potentially. Which is honestly worth it. Yeah, I mean, they get Rift Herald off of Core's depth. That's worth. I don't like the chase, if that's the case, then, from IE. I don't think the TL or, like, Omega Mind gaming that much, but... You're dragging the entire team here. They're going to lose Outer and lose all positioning on Rift. It's not good from IE. It's not worth the kill. It's not worth the wait reset. And it's a good answer from TL to just hit Rift on spawn. I guess they still have Shen R. So I don't know if IE can even fight this in the first place. If we think about it that way, then at least they got a kill. But I don't know. Core being there was weird. It took a while to kill him. Probably because he has steel caps, guys. Yeah, that item's not bad this game, huh? Honestly, the Impact saying thanks for all AD is that's the funniest all chat I've seen. Dude, look at this guy, man. Like, look at how much time he buys. I don't give a shit that he dies. If he hits the taunt, he might live, by the way. Because the E doesn't come out right away. If he hits that taunt, he lives. Good movement from APA. Still not a great sequence from TL, but at least they got a positive rift. UMT catching mid's good. Yeah, that was outer. How did you and Numi meet, if you don't mind me asking? She posted about Eden. That's the first time that we talked. Big Eden fan. And then, we were friends for a while out here. We, one of the first weeks I moved in, we just ended up getting pasta. But when I first met her, she was seeing someone at the time. Yep. Rizzler. Careful about your next words here, Yanya. Pasta leads to good things, yeah. Pasta was indeed the, Pasta was the birthday date. No, we've been seeing each other for a long time, actually. We just, like, I mean, we, like, our friends know it's on my Instagram. I never told the esports world. Because I think esports, people would judge you for your relationship instead of, like, what you do. And they care more about that, like, what you actually do. I think it's big dumb. We just didn't want to deal with that shit. But, yeah. Been dating for a year and a half, a little bit more. I mean, the forcing Bertle out here is really good. I mean, that just buys Otacon. Work on macro. I mean, they just need to watch other tape. They need to take inspiration from elsewhere. Hopeful for this series as a Jose fan. She met Travis first. Probably would have been like at Worlds 22. I think that's when they met. I was dating her before I started doing a Hotline League, though. Nepo higher. Yeah, I just really like how TL were able to like attack Bertle, and I mean, it led to like a lot of really positive things. That is where the Camille's nice, or the Cassio's nice too, because there are a lot of like 1-3-1 matchups where Cassio can like win or answer. Like, I mean, a good example for me is like Fiora. I love playing Cassio in Fiora games. She actually cannot move against you. You have to really fuck up as Cassio to lose to that. Yeah, the Skarner plus Cassio combo, well done. Yeah, I mean, I just really, really like the focus on Bertle. I think that's the right. He's a lot easier to attack than Yone, and Bertle misplays this one, so that's not great. And just suicide for tower with Otacon, very based. Really like how TL played it, and I like how Impact didn't alt. Just fuck it. They get they get an Otacon reset. Yeah, really well done. Really well done. Impact alts Umti? Oh, Impact got down barely. That's a really nice taunt from Impact. They can't break that. Yeah. Nice R from, like, good buffer on the R from Miro. I think if Core hits the Q, I think if Core Q flashes here and hits it, like, the flash to reposition in combos, I do think that TL murders the fight. Because Yon is in a really good spot to follow up on that for the CC. Like, both the Yone and the Camille. Like, both Bertle and Miro actually play their way out of rail really nicely. And they almost get Umti before Impact lands. If that happens, then that's, like, the one winning angle that they could maybe find this game. You can kind of see, like, all the things that have to go right for IE is just really tough. Especially playing, like, into all AD into this, you know? I mean, this Shen is never dying. Yeah, Yone didn't do anything that fight. And at least he was able to, like, buffer out of a few things, right? But also, I don't know what he's building next. I do think that TL this game, like, I know that a lot of people are going to focus on the loss and the poor macro. I thought that this game, they actually did play the map really well. Like, they're playing it correctly, attacking the Camille. And I think they're using Shen really well. Like, to both answer and, like, attack. We haven't had a ton of Shen Rs, but just the threat, too. It's a good Shen game. Yes, Yanya. I believe. Oh, before? Then. It was before then. I just think that's the first time, like, they met. Base. Oh, no. I mean, Shen can't join this one. Oh, I guess he can. He just has to TP, so he's late. I mean, decent fine. I don't love Impact's taunt. I think if he taunts Ackerman, that's they get a bonus kill. Like, the Yone can always get out, right? And we don't have E for later. This is a nice chain, but still. Four seed. Yeah, sadly, yeah. What happened here? I guess he's flashing forward because of Impact being on there, too. I just don't know, like, what interrupts him. Was there a depth charge on him? Oh, there was. I mean, that was a bang play. We can't. I guess Yon was expecting the Q3 right away. I do like how they forced the Yone out. Because, like, Shen can join the fight after, too. And I just don't know how you can break TL. I think TL knows this. TL did a good job of playing some bully ball. Good tank there on the W from Core. And the Jin actually did okay damage, funnily enough. He had the rush LDR second. Shiv LDR does feel kind of bad. I gotta say, like, I think IE actually did play this passage out okay. I think they kind of are forced to do this, and if you group over time with the Vern, you know, the Moonstone does pay some dividends. I just think the TL is too tanky. They do a decent job here, though. Yeah, Ackerman's harassing Umti really nice, so they're using the brushes to hide him. Good tank by Core. It's so funny to see them resort to doing this just because, like, they can't 1-3-1 with the Camille Yone into the comp that TL has. Like, if they send Bertle bot, then they just kind of die. Wait, we already saw this. Impact just gets to walk in. Like, the fact Shen can walk into there and then just takes nothing is so funny. Nice, dude. He lost a third of his health. They got Yone out. Jose got in. Alright. Miss Smite. Honestly, I think that Umti... I guess you can't because you're rooted. You should have R'd. I mean, this is... Like, they do throw the ward down there. It would be a blind R. Okay. I don't know if Core has any more wards left. The call to burn was a little bit weird. Maybe Impact Shenton's over the wall. Maybe that's the call. I don't know. I actually like, I'm not 100% sure on this one. Nice Q from Jose. And it actually gets Umpty Flash. Nice R from Core. Goodbye, Bertle. Hey, goodbye, Soul. No, they dropped Baron. It's a negative Baron power play, but has been the cleanest. I mean, I think their draft is just so much better. Nice. Good read from APA. He did that in the 4th shot animation, by the way. So I don't think that Jhin can turn around that fast. So I will give APA points for this. I don't think I'm reaching on this one. The 4-shot animation's longer. Like, there's less time to turn around. Yes, it's bad from Jhin. He's greeting the 4th bullet for sure, but good punish from APA. And that's game. Man, not a great draft from IE. Made it really hard for them to win. We advocate for Huibot. That's the one winning scenario I think we can maybe get. All right, guys. That's it for this VOD review. Thanks for tuning in. As you're probably tuning in on YouTube if you're seeing this VOD. But anyway, follow me everywhere at CubbyXX, including Twitch, where we stream these live. Likes and comments help the channel out a lot. And until next VOD review, see you guys later.